Hey guys, Zach with Blade HQ. We're here at SHOT Show 2019. I'm at the Bear & Son booth and I'm sitting down with Matt. How you doing?
Good, how are you doing, Jack?
So good, good to see you again. And we've got a couple exciting things here from Bear & Son, so Matt, lead the way.
First thing, we brought out a brand new manual, G10 handles. We reduced some weight in it, put stainless steel liners up underneath the G10 for support. Deep carry pocket clip, the only thing left hanging out is the lanyard. G10 lanyard slot in the back. S30V blade. And all this is coming in ball bearing washers in the knife as well. And everything's coming in under $100 MSRP.
Oh,
so
nice.
For the blade materials, everything we've put together here, excellent value for the money. A lot of knife.
A lot of knife for not a lot of dollars.
Yeah, that's right.
Mind if I see that?
Certainly, sir.
And this is all made in the USA, right?
All made in USA. Real smooth. The ball bearings really make it smooth between the 2 points from open to close.
Yeah, really, really smooth. The other thing with this one in particular, really light. It
It's
feels
very
really
light.
good with those skeletonized liners and that G10.
Yeah, we contoured
really
over the
light.
G10. It's got a nice rounded feel. Trying to make it a little bit better, in the pocket, wear something, it makes it in that everyday carry rotation.
Yeah.
When you're figuring out what you're going to carry for the day, it's there. It's a good Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday knife.
Yeah, easy option. And then with the back, this whole back spacer here, this is all G10, correct?
All G10 on that back spacer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice entry there. And I'm seeing here, is this just a stainless version of it?
It's the same thing. It's a stainless steel version of the knife. We did go bead finish on the blade instead of the black finish on the Sandburg blade. Same spacer, same reversible pocket clip moved from one side to the other. But just solid steel stainless. A little bit heavier knife, a little bit beefier knife. But for a lot of guys, they judge their knife off their weight.
Yeah. And
especially the real tactical guys that do it for a living, they want a heavier knife. They just, it has a little more punch to it. So for that reason, we had the stainless option out there. And again, this is going to come in under $100 MSRP as well. So, but you just can't, just super smooth motion.
Yeah.
On those ball bearings.
Well, awesome. And we wouldn't be at the Bear & Son booth if we weren't talking Bally's, right?
That's right.
So what do we got here?
So this is a brand new Bear Ops Bally. And what's going on here is titanium. We actually went and made some titanium liners. They're solid liners, sandwich construction on the part. And then what's really neat about this is we took a lot of the ball bearing technology that we've been using on a lot of our other knives lately, and we put it in a bally. So now this is just
buttery smooth.
Buttery smooth, but the crossover, there's not much handle play in these. The other thing we did with this knife is we removed all the tang pins completely. So there's no tang pins, so we go back to a clean construction. So when you're flipping it, you don't hang on a tang pin, anything. We actually decided to experiment with a stonewash finish. We've not really ever done anything stonewash, but we played with the titanium, anodizing it different colors and everything. We never really got what we were happy with. We could turn it black, we could do this, and it was like, well, it's just not, it's the same.
Yeah.
I want something different.
Yes, yeah,
separate it. And someone said, well, let's stonewash it. And I said, well, I got black samples. Go throw them in the bowl and let's see what comes out. So we pulled the stonewash out and said, that's kind of just rough looking, manly looking. Let's go stonewash.
Hey, you mind if I
certainly
get a feel? Yeah, that looks really nice. That's really smooth.
Really
as well.
smooth.
And you guys know
really
I'm not
quick.
really a bally guy, but yeah, that is really smooth. And really light as well. The balance on it feels really good.
The balance is good. It's about 4.5 ounces. The balance comes back to about the placement just in front of where you'd put your thumb and when you're flipping the Bally.
Yeah.
So balance is good. Weight's in the right range of where we'd like to be. Anyway, it's not going to be the lightest on the market. It's not going to be the heaviest thing out there. Just kind of in between. I don't like flipping super light stuff.
Yeah.
So that never was really the intention, was to go too light. The thing about Bally's is everybody has a different opinion.
Oh yeah. A lot of preferences.
There is no right or wrong in a Bally. Some people want tank pins. Some people want stuff riveted over screw where they can adjust. Some people want bigger spacers. Everybody has their own idea of what makes it work for them, and so we kind of we take a lot of different feedback and try to figure out what to do next. And we just tried to figure out how to bring something different to the market, and asking for those compressed ball bearing, washers and getting them small enough to fit. The only thing I'd seen was a custom knife done probably 3 years ago, where a guy actually cut a little mill placement and laid ball bearings in there and put a little oil in it and then sandwiched it together.
Right.
But with all these bronze washers with the ball bearings put in around them, that really gave us a platform. And they first told us a couple times they couldn't make them that small, but we kept kind of going back, and we finally got them down to a size that we could just make the handle heads a little bit bigger and made them cover up.
Yeah, I mean, not bad at all either, Well, that's cool. That is a really neat entry into the Bally world. Like I said, I'm not a pro, but the weight feels really nice. The bearings, it feels buttery smooth.
Yes.
So really neat entry there. And what about, ballpark? What's that going to be going for?
MSRP is going to be under the $300 mark. So, really good 154 CM blade still too. So, we didn't go cheap on any of the materials inside the knife. It's a good value for the price point, and a lot of knife for the money.
Yeah, a lot of knife, for sure. What else we got on the table?
So the next thing we got is what we're calling a minimalist. So this is a skeletonized frame lock with a fold-out carabiner. Really lightweight. This size comes in at 1.2 ounces.
Really lightweight.
There's a 3.5 inch. This is the 4-inch version. There's a 3.5 inch version. It comes in at 0.8 ounces. So we are, really pushing the envelope of how light you can make something.
If you want a knife, but you don't want to know you have a knife, it sounds like here's your option.
Well, if you're going to go hiking, you can clip it to a bag. If you're going to go hunting and you just need a knife to cut food with, in the pack. I mean, it doesn't matter. It has every, there's always a need. And the neat thing is the size and the length of the blade you get on this knife for the weight. If you're going out and you need a knife, this gives you a lot of knife blade for the weight you're putting into it. And I mean, the frame lock, the function, this just works really well, really smooth. So give it a whack there. I love that. For a secondary piece in my bag.
Yeah. Well, one thing I like, I've seen a couple other knives that have carabiners on them, right? And a lot of times the carabiner is built into the frame, but I actually like this fold out here because I feel like it's a lot easier to get on your bag, right?
Yeah.
To hook on your bag or whatever you're hooking it to.
And the other problem I've always had with I've seen the knives that had the carabiners built into the frames, and the problem I always had with them was the carabiners would get damaged.
Yeah.
The little carabiner light from, when it wasn't being used was getting damaged, and then they'd break or whatever. With this, you're kind of protecting it when you're not using it.
Yeah, that spring is inside the handle there, protected.
Tucked into the handle. Yeah. That was part of the concept, was to, when it wasn't being used, it could be protected, so that way, when you were using your knife and you were gripping it, you weren't tearing that spring out, and then the carabiner's useless.
I like that.
So the next thing we've got is actually just a little keychain knife. We all see a lot of keychain knives and a lot of different things. We had a lot of requests for a keychain knife and something that was engravable. It could be personalized or something like of that nature. So we worked on a keychain knife. It does have a liner lock to it, so the blade does lock in for cutting the box open. You get hung in the cardboard, you're not folding it up on your finger like most keychain knives.
There you go.
So we wanted it to lock, but we got a bottle opener on the back. But what's really neat about this one is, of course, I have to fly a lot.
Yeah.
And I travel a lot, but nowadays you go to the theater, you go to go renew a tag, everywhere you go, you got to like leave your knife in the car, it seems like, to go do something. This has the ability just to depress the bottle opener and take your keys with you and leave this in the console of the car, or drop it off in the checked luggage, and when you land, you got your knife back.
I like that a lot.
So
it's just a neat, it's simple. Like you said, everybody's seen a keychain knife, but this is just a simple little mechanism. I think that kind of just makes that little something extra. If you're looking for something, there's a great option.
Yeah, and it's in a $20 price point.
Oh yeah.
It's
a no-brainer.
It's a great, easy thing. It's not your everyday carry.
Yeah.
But it's a nice backup piece.
Yeah.
And when you get that box in from Blade HQ and you're trying to cut open your new knife, you don't have to worry about whether you left the other knives on the bed. You got one on your keys.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I used to fly a lot for work, and I almost lost like 3 or 4 knives. And each time it would be like I'd just catch the check-in, the baggage I checked to get the knife in. And so this is a cool little option if you're looking to not have to worry about something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Wonderful. Well, some really neat stuff here. Especially this, you've got a lot of really nice little kind of just lightweight, compact EDC versions, and then some really nice kind of high-end, really neat stuff going on here with some ball bearings, some premium steels. This knife here, super nice and light. So really, really nice offerings from Bear & Son. So thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out our 2019 SHOT Show playlist here on YouTube. We got a bunch more videos coming. And make sure to check out what Bear & Son has going this year. A lot of neat stuff. Thanks.